Hello, my fellow YouTubers. I think it's important that we discuss about referendum, which is actually a debate that's ongoing. I know that it's being spoken only but by leaders, and maybe if you are also talking about it, you are not being heard because you have not been given a platform to highlight such issues. Now that you have the platform, you are free to subscribe at the same time make comments to this YouTube channel. My name is Felix Mulunda. Now, the issue of referendum, especially on the aspect of merging counties, is what I protest, is what I detest, and is what I'm not happy with. I mean, we cannot afford to merge counties. If you ask yourself a simple question, are we talking about a wage bill in terms of counties that collapsed Mumias factory? The answer is no. If we talk about counties, are they that collapsed? Are they that collapsed our Webuye factory? The answer is no. And you go all along and you find many factories in this country that are dwindling, including Mohoroni, including Chemlil. Your answer is it is not the number of counties in this country that are collapsing such factories, but the simple answer is corruption is collapsing our factories. And as such, I'm opposed to the idea of merging our counties. In any case, if you think about the whole idea of merging counties, and you know very well that all of us in this country were entrenched and strongly rooted in a negative ethnicity, you can get the answer that it cannot work. For example, you take Turkana and you merge it with West Pokot, or you merge it with Samburu, we shall witness a situation whereby two tribes will be competing for a gubernatorial seat, they will be competing for senatorial seat. Yes, as such, the result that we shall have is the escalation or the aggravation of conflicts, the aggravation of poverty, the aggravation of misunderstanding among the communities. Same you go, for example, to Trans Nzoia and you merge such a county with Elgeyo Marakwet, you merge such a county with Nandi, and you amalgamate it with Uasin Gishu County. The simple idea and the simple issue that will arise from there is who is going to be the governor, who is going to be the senator, and the people have to contest, and we shall witness a lot of contestations, as all of us we know that because of such kind of ethnicity, we'll see that Luyas of Trans Nzoia will always cry foul that we have no fair chance to provide leadership in these merged counties. And as such, within a short period, people will again call for the constitution to be looked at. People again call for the referendum about bringing back the collapsed counties. I mean, we must stick to the 47 counties the way they are. We feel comfortable as common wananchi. We feel comfortable as the hoi polloi of this country, and therefore we don't admire, and strongly I speak that the government and senior servants in this country, I mean with the public officers, senior public officers in this country, they should not, or senior public figures in this country should not be able to interfere with the arrangement of our counties. In any case, it is not the constitution that is giving us a burden in this country, it is corruption. It is the borrowing that is not doing a lot to help us grow economically, that's interfering with our own economic levels within the country. When the GDP is growing at a slow pace or otherwise not growing, it's because of corruption. And therefore we must deal with corruption to ensure that our monies are not getting lost. And if such happens, we not say that it's because of the number of counties or it's because of the wage bill of our country, or the wage bill of our counties that is destroying our economy. I mean, on this point, I beg to differ, and all of us as Kenyans, we must be able to discuss so that we say, is it really fair that, for example, you merge Baringo with Nandi County or Elgeyo Marakwet? Eventually we see conflicts because people will say, even we who are Marakwets are not getting a fair share, or even we who are Tugans are not getting a fair share, unless you say that we are no longer entrenched in negative ethnicity. Otherwise, the whole idea of merging counties can never work. Even when you go to Central Kenya and you merge Nyeri with Murang'a, you amalgamate them with Kiambu, you'll find that people will always say, yes, the people of Kiambu are majority, and therefore they're going to take all these positions. You might challenge and say that appointments will be there. People cannot be can never believe in appointments. They can only believe in elections, and that's why elections stand to be paramount and stand to be above all other things, including nominations. Thank you so much. Keep the conversation going so that we are able to highlight and help the country also make proper decisions, as well as moving towards the same direction as Kenyans. Thank you so much. I wish you well, and continue subscribing. Let us continue making our comments to this YouTube channel. Thank you. My name is Felix Mulunda.